Congresswoman, where do things stand on the motion to vacate?
I went over this yesterday. I sent a letter out to my colleagues yesterday morning. The current discussions in our conference meeting this morning is about FISA, but it's pretty clear and obvious and being whispered among the conference. Mike Johnson does not have the support of the conference. The letter that I sent has been well received, and it was basically speaking the quiet part out loud. He's in there urging members to reauthorize FISA. And I don't think he has the votes for it right now, is what I'm gathering. We're going to be working on this. We do not believe in warrantless spying on the American people, especially when this bill carves out the ability for Congress to be notified when a member of Congress is going to be looked at through the FISA court. That's completely unfair. The same thing should apply for the American people. But Mike Johnson doesn't have the trust of the conference, and that's become very clear.
Are you on the rule?
Are you going to vote against the rule today for the FISA bill?
I haven't openly decided to do that. There's a briefing, a classified briefing at 2 o'clock, and then there's also a briefing at 3 o'clock by Judiciary.
The rule vote's at 1:30, though.
Yes, there's still a lot of conversations going on.
Are you considering voting against it?
Of course I'm considering going against it. I don't think it's fair for the FBI to be able to spy on the American people. And what's set up here, the explanation that we've been given, is all of the things laid out and penalties if the FBI were to warrantless spy on the American people, except the same thing. It's like asking the deep state to hold itself accountable. The FBI has abused the American people's trust. The DOJ has abused the American people's trust. So this doesn't give me confidence that it will stop it.
Have you talked to President Trump about your motion to vacate effort?
Yes, I've spoken with President Trump. I don't speak for President Trump. I don't talk about what the private details of our conversation. And as you can see from his post last night about what he thinks about FISA, he always makes his opinions open and clear.
What would it mean for Speaker Johnson if Democrats were to step in and save him if you offered your motion?
Well, I think it would prove me absolutely right that he's the Democrat Speaker of the House, not the Republicans elected Speaker.
Have you discussed with colleagues when you'll bring the motion to vacate?
No, I haven't. And I understand your question. I've been asked many times by the press here what a red line is, what a trigger is, what a date. I don't have that for you. I respect my conference. I respect all the members here. I support the majority. And I think this is such an important process that it's something we have to work on together.
There's been a lot of talk about Ukraine aid in regards to the motion to vacate, but FISA is obviously also a big battle up here. Just how he handles and follows through with the FISA debate, will that influence your thought process on the motion to vacate?
How he handles the FISA process and how he handles funding Ukraine is going to tell our entire conference how to handle the motion to vacate.
Congresswoman, I know you haven't told folks when, but I'm wondering if you yourself have decided yet, or if you're still thinking about when you want to activate this.
That's not something I want to publicly talk about at this time. Again, because I respect my conference and I support the majority. I paid all my dues to the NRCC, fought for the majority this time. I'm fighting for it next time. And so because of my respect for my conference, I won't be drawing red lines or saying triggers or putting out a date like that.
Sounds like some of the members had the impression you're going to do it next week. Is that something you've told people?
I just answered that question. I think I've answered it like 3 times. Thank you very much.
Did you talk to Trump about FISA last night? You said you spoke to Trump yesterday?
Oh, yeah. I've spoken to him, yes, of course, about FISA. Again, he put out his statement.
Did he give you a heads up he was going to put out that statement?
I think he put it out late last night. No, but I'd already spoken with him about it. And he's right. He's telling the truth. FISA has been abused, and telling the DOJ that they're the ones to hold themselves accountable, that's just not going to work.
And then one more thing. Speaker Johnson in there, we were told, mentioned that he spoke to Trump last night. What do you see that as? I mean, if he's going ahead with this bill and he says he spoke to Trump, is he trying to name drop Trump to sort of try to assuage some concerns from you guys? I mean, what do you see his thinking here?
Well, he said he spoke to President Trump last night, but he said they did not talk about FISA, which I think is a major error of his. If you're the Speaker of the House, I would think FISA reauthorization would be something you would talk about with him. Thank you.